1972 VW Beetle Karmann convertible in bright orange, 1300cc this one, left-hand drive, very, very pretty looking Beetle this one. It's turnkey, ready for the show, I would say. Bodywork wise, we're going to start from the bonnet, work our way around, and then going to go for a cold engine start-up. Up the bonnet, as you can see, lovely and straight up the bonnet. I've got no issues at all with that. Very, very fresh. An older restoration, believe it or not, this one. Owned by a VW Beetle specialist, and you can sort of see his attention to detail throughout. Does show a sort of workmanship that he's knocking out, that's for sure. Lovely and straight up the bonnet. All the stainless steel chrome trims are lovely and fresh. The odd tiny, tiny little mark here and there, but that is all to be concerned about. A few tiny, like really picking out the tiny little bits under the paint there, but apart from that, lovely and fresh, lovely and straight around that scuttle. Across the top of the windscreen, no issues there at all. All the glass is nice and clear as well. On the right hand side, again, no problems at all with that scuttle. You can see how fresh it is. It's all one colour orange. All the gaps are really nice on it as well. Lovely and fresh across the front. No major marks around the bonnet handle there. All nice and tidy up the sides. As we come down that lovely big wing, we've got no corrosion, no rust, no dings, no dents. The lights are lovely and clear all the way around on this one. No problems at all with that. The front bumper is nice and straight. Some very, very, very light pitting in there if you're really picking on it. But we've got no corrosion down these lower half sections where those lovely big wings meet the actual body shell. You can see how fresh the seals are. They're all intact. There's no bits missing out. They're all nice and straight on both sides. As we come around that big front wing, you can see how fresh and straight it is in orange. No problems at all with that there. No corrosion down these lower half sections. As you come round, have a good look at that. There's no corrosion in that. And see on the paint side of things, you've got the nice correct steels all the way around there, freshly powder coated as well. No problems with those. Tiny, tiny little bit of a burn through on the paint on that rear front wing there at the very, very back. The insert sections around the fuel cap, lovely and straight. You've got a tiny little stone chip on the fuel flap. But when a car's that good, it's the sort of bits that you do notice. You can see how straight it is down the right-hand side. A few tiny little bits underneath here on that front panel. Down that passenger front door, which is the right-hand side. No issues at all there. Hinges are all good. Those running steps are lovely and straight. Lovely and fresh. It's sit nice and level. No sagging in those anywhere. Up the rear quarter again, nice and tidy on there. No major marks around the handle. All the glass is lovely and clear, like I've already said. As we come down the back arch, you've got a few tiny, tiny little bits at the bottom of this back arch here. And as you work your way around, apart from a few little bits of stone chips and the odd bit of tar, we're lovely and fresh on the rest of the arch. It fits against the body lovely and snug. There's no big gaps across these seals here. Goes all the way down the back to the lower section. Lovely and straight across that whole right-hand side. Light lenses again on the back are lovely and clear. No cracks in there. There's no moisture in there. We're going to jump up onto this lovely tight black roof now. I've got no rips or tears. It's lovely and taut across the front edge. There's no sagging in it anywhere. Glass rear windows, so you get no problems with discoloration there. Lovely and clean across that whole roof. Nice and watertight as well. It's been outside just before when it was raining. It's not a swimming pool in there either. You can see how nice and tight it is across the whole roof. Very, very happy with that one. As we come back down onto the rear of this lovely Beetle, again, lovely and tidy around the bumper brackets, down the lower section on the valances and the lower of the rear wings. Again, light lenses are lovely and fresh. Rear bumper's nice. Nice exhaust there as well. Lovely and tidy across the rest of the engine cover. No problems at all. Tiny little stone chip there on the engine cover itself. But apart from that, I'm very, very happy with the rest of that. Lovely and straight. As we come down the left-hand side, we're going to go around this wheel arch nice and slow. You'll see there's a few little stone chips, but that's all to be concerned about. No corrosion. And that, see, on the left-hand side rear arch there, a little bit of a scuff there in the paint on the left-hand side. Very, very light. Can't really see it much. I've got a tiny little bit of a touch in rust bleb there on the left-hand side where it meets the wing, but again, it fits nice and tight to the body. As we come down the left-hand door, again, lovely and straight. This is your driver's door, remember. Around the handle is good. Tiny little stone chip below the handle. The rest of that rear quarter's lovely and fresh. Again, running board sits nice and straight. No nasty marks on there at all. Lovely and fresh up onto the front wing. You can see how well the door gaps are all nice and level all the way around on this one. When you open them, they're closed with minimal effort. Lovely and tidy again, round the arch there on the front left-hand wing. A few little stone chips on the lower half. We've got a few tiny little bubbles just coming through underneath the chrome trim on the left-hand side as well. Lovely and level, sits very, very straight, that one. Like I say, it's turnkey, ready to be enjoyed for the summer season. Shop to show car, this one, an absolute perfect example of that. Very presentable, very usable. Lovely and tidy on the passenger door card, no rips, no tears. Lovely black rubber mat set throughout. The seat itself, all nice and firm. Got a little bit of a nick on the right-hand side passenger seat there. Seat folds forward, you'll see we've got the tonneau in there for the roof. The inside of the roof's lovely and clean as well. There's no damp patches. The rear seats are lovely and tidy. No rips, no tears. You've got an isolated fitted for the battery on the lower side on the right-hand side. Lovely and fresh in there. Dashboard from the right-hand side, no cracks in that. All nice and straight. We're going to go around the front way. We're going to pop this open. James is going to unlock it for us. There we go, opening as it should. Got a wheel brace and some few bits in there. All nice and presentable in your front luggage compartment there with your matting. All nice and usable in there as well. It all closes once, you don't have to re-close things, everything just shuts like it should. Onto the driver's side now, which again, I know I repeat myself, is the left-hand side. Door card's good, the rubber mats are nice and straight. The seat itself showing not much to wear, there's no rips or tears in that. All lovely and tidy, nice and soft as well. Steering wheel's lovely, got like a Wolfsburg edition steering wheel there. Dials nice and cleasy, nice and clean and easy to read. No major marks across the rocker switches either. And again, that seat folding forward as it should. Have a good look at the seat from the left-hand side again, lovely and straight and tidy in there. Have a good look at that headlining as well. Into the engine now, mechanically not had an issue. It's been here 2 days, like I say, it fires up every time. James is going to start up. It was driven here for about 40 minutes away. James is going to fire it up for us here, the 1300cc, couple of pumps on the throttle. Firing straight into life. No hesitation whatsoever from that. Lovely, I've got no issues at all with that. The engine on that is absolutely bang on. Sort of goes with the rest of the bodywork, the condition, the overall condition of the car. You expect the engine to fire up like that, and there you have it. 74 Beetle Karmann convertible, 1300cc in bright orange, ready to go down the beach, that one.